Hey, RetconRaider here. Before we get started today, I just wanted to say that this episode is dedicated to Sir Skelibate, one of my Patreon backers who's been generous enough to help support the channel. It's thanks to people like him that I can continue making YouTube videos, despite YouTube's latest adpocalypse. So, thanks for your support, Skelibate. I'll do my best not to get your character killed. This was it. We had spent months preparing to take out the Warlock, and it was finally time to pull the trigger. The Warlock was a dangerous foe, but I was fairly certain that our latest equipment upgrades would give us the edge we needed to take him down for good. He had been a thorn in our side for quite some time now, and he had only gotten worse after what had happened to Mordena. It seemed like every month, Dawnslayer found some new way to make our lives a little more difficult. Not only was Dawnslayer continuously trying to find new ways to interfere with the Avenger, he was also continuously arranging new training programs intended to improve the performance of his peacekeepers. And more recently, he had started pushing new programs intended to deliberately spread some of Advent's more monstrous creatures throughout the territories that we controlled. Apparently, he had decided to stop worrying about things like collateral damage. Fortunately, our allies were offering us more support than ever before, both in the form of distinct tactical advantages offered by groups like the Reapers, Skirmishers, and Templars, as well as material support from some of our less eccentric allies. We held off on our assault for a few more days, just long enough for the lab techs to finish the latest rounds of tests on Atlas. We were going to need him for the assault on the Warlock's lair. I was a bit surprised when I noticed him sporting a brand new eye patch, and the lab techs were quick to start babbling at me about some new experiment intended to help open his third eye. I had some suspicions that Naz might have been involved in coming up with this new experiment, but Atlas didn't seem particularly bothered by the eye patch, so I just dropped the subject and told him to grab his gear and join the rest of the squad in the hangar bay. I had decided that our best bet was to fight psychic fire with psychic fire, so that meant, against my better judgment, Naz would be in command during Operation Swamp Dragon. He was, of course, overjoyed to see that his prize student, Atlas, would be joining him in battle against the Warlock. He had also requested the presence of his other student as well, but I had overruled him. There was no way that Recruit Guerra was even remotely ready for this kind of mission. Instead, I had filled out the rest of the squad with some of our other crack operatives. Chiron would be coming along as our point man, Shotgun was our heavy, and Phoenix was our field medic. Mox would also be coming along, in part because he was an invaluable asset on the field, but also because he had a vested interest in being there when we took down the Warlock. After his months of loyal service, I decided he had earned that kind of closure. This was it. The power armor, the plasma rifles, the psychic training, everything we had built up over the past few months had been leading to this moment. I could only hope that it would be enough.
We're making another move against the Elder's pet Chosen. If we can take another one of them out, it'll knock a huge dent in the aliens' plans for our world. We've been through this before, so you know it won't be easy. Stay sharp, be ready for anything, and take that thing out. Okay, people. Stay alert and remember why you're here. That thing dies today, no matter what it takes.
Detecting a strong energy signature further ahead in the facility. There is no doubt in my mind that it is from the Chosen.
Then that's where we need to be.
Such bravery, such steadfast determination, such arrogance. To step foot in this sacred temple and dare strike down a child of the gods. Your hubris is your downfall.
Copy that.
Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to episode 24 of my ongoing Let's Play XCOM War of the Chosen series.
Affirmative.
This is it. We're finally taking on the Warlock himself, the Dawnslayer, the second of the Elders Chosen. I'll admit I'm actually almost tempted to leave this guy alive, but he's a little bit too obnoxious.
You have come far, little humans, boldly pushing forth into the unknown. If you only knew the truth of this place, you would scurry back to the shadows where you were spawned.
See, it's when he says stuff like that that I really want to shoot him in his smug face.
I go where I am.
I mean, at least the hunter is funny. And Mordena, well, she had her own charms. It's a bit of a shame, though, because I did hear that if you let the Chosen knowledge bar reach maximum, then it triggers a special mission where the Chosen tries to shoot down the Avenger with a laser cannon. I kind of want to see that. So I'll tell you what, if we do end up wiping out the Warlock today, then I'll let the Hunter live long enough for us to see that mission before I take him down.
The Elder's will permeates all around us. Can you not feel it, humans? Their reach is eternal. Even now their hand closes upon you.
Well, we weren't expecting to sneak in here today. Let's take these things out.
We've got 2 pods in our way. The closer pod definitely won't be a problem, but I'd like to avoid tangling with that Andromedan and the 3 codices if I can. It's not that I don't think we can take them out, it's just that I'd rather not waste resources if I can help it. So let's just close the door here. And maybe we'll go the other way instead.
Moving as ordered. Come get some.
Watch order confirmed.
Moving to Overwatch. Shannon, moving to Overwatch.
And they're headed right towards us. Well, good thing I put everyone on Overwatch. Oh, they actually didn't spot us. I wasn't expecting that. It also sounds like the Andromedan is moving away, so this might actually work to our advantage.
For you are the true abominations. Microbes that think themselves greater than the gods. You taint this place with your infestation.
Sure thing, Dawnslayer. Whatever you say. Anyway, I think this is a good chance for us to quietly take out this first pod. Let's see if Naz can hit these guys with a Void Rift through the Advent dropship. Weird, it's lighting up like I could target the area, but it's not actually letting me target any of those spaces. Maybe if I... Oh, there it goes. There goes their shield bearer. And we just mind-controlled someone.
How many is that now?
Whoops, we mind-controlled the Purifier, and he just died. Well, that was definitely pretty effective. We took down half the squad. They've still got a pretty badly injured priest, and that heavy mech's got half his health left. But we should be able to take them down pretty easily. In fact, let's just go ahead and get all of our guys set on Overwatch. That way when these guys move closer, we can hopefully just mow them down with Overwatch attacks.
Come get some. My turn on watch. Scanning.
I stand ready.
Or maybe not.
Is it not the elders who are the true saviors of your race? They who fight to preserve an entire universe. Yet here you stand, willing to die to attain your needs.
Sorry, Dawnslayer. I don't really have time for your nonsense. Okay, looks like the heavy mech has finally noticed us, and the Advent Priest has gone into hibernation. We should be able to take down the mech easy enough. Then we'll probably set everyone else on Overwatch for when that priest comes out of stasis.
On the move.
There we go. That takes care of the mech. Now, everyone else get ready for the priest.
I will not waver.
Come get some. On Overwatch.
No one will pause.
Ah, well. He decided to move in a way that didn't trigger any of our Overwatch. But on the other hand, he also decided to use his only move that doesn't actually cause any damage, so I guess I can live with that.
To think, I once considered myself a part of your race. You seem so small, so narrow of purpose. You do not deserve the Elder's attentions.
Thank you, Atlas.
You want some more?
And thanks to Gilraen, we can actually see the Andromedan approaching the door to our side, so let's push up into the weapons room ahead, and hopefully we can just avoid that pod entirely. Oh, and before I forget about it, Dawnslayer actually said something pretty interesting there. He mentioned that he used to consider himself one of us. I have to assume that means he must have been a human at one point. That's not something I really remember them bringing up in any of their other dialogue. But maybe I just missed something somewhere. Okay, we can't rush into the next room just yet. We have to wait for Naz to come back out of stasis, so let's just set up in case that Andromedan comes in here.
Got it covered.
I will watch. Shines through. They counsel mercy and plead with me to show compassion. I will let you die quickly today.
Looks like the Andromedan's not headed our way after all, so let's push up into the next room, and hopefully next turn Gilraen can seal up that door and keep their line of sight blocked.
As you command.
Let's move already. Sure thing. Got it. Moving. On Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now. Overwatch.
For only when you fall, XCOM, shall your race be saved. An entire world and all its peoples given to me, left to my tender mercies.
Okay, I didn't realize we were walking into the edge of the map, so I guess we actually have no choice but to change direction now. Let's go ahead and start moving our guys up into the mech room here. And next turn, Gilraen will go close those smaller doors to keep their line of sight blocked.
Getting it done. Rolling out. Affirmative.
Watching comes naturally.
Alien forces are on the move. I'm on it.
Fantastic.
Went off the armor. I know where you are.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Always find you.
Yet for any of us to survive, the The Elders must not fail. Humanity delays their own salvation. You must submit now before the true enemy appears.
Well, it just hit the fan, so let's see what we can do here. I really did want to save our big stuff for when we went up against the Dawnslayer, but I think in this case we're going to have to make a few exceptions. Let's go ahead and start hitting these guys with some area attacks.
Here I come.
Can I blow anyone up with fuse? Oh, well, I could blow up that corpse, but, no, thank you, Naz, that won't be necessary. Let's try a Null Lance instead. I might be able to do something here if we can take out that Andromedan. And that'll do it.
There is nowhere to hide.
Okay, now let's switch over to Phoenix real quick and see if we can hack that Andromedan shell.
Activate haywire.
Let's just see if we can grab control of it. Oh, thank goodness. Now we've got a big dumb decoy that we can throw in front of the rest of these guys.
I'm in.
And now our secondary priority is to see if we can get these codices under control. If they start teleporting all over the place, then we're going to take a lot of unnecessary injuries. Nicely done. Oh, actually I should have probably started off with an area attack. I could have probably taken out that codex a bit more efficiently. Well, let's just go ahead and move Atlas somewhere. Maybe he can still take a couple of them out. Not really a lot of good positions for him to stand in. Though from his current position, it actually looks like he can put his lance through 3 targets.
Here I come.
Let's go ahead and tuck him up against the wall here. Well, only 2 targets, but I can live with that.
It's safe.
Okay, now those things are both going to create clones, but then I can hopefully take out at least a few of those with my remaining attacks.
You will never hide from me.
Looks like I've only got 2 people left. I should be able to use shotgun to take out the 2 that have tucked themselves into the corner. But let's see what shots Chiron can take. Okay, I think our best bet is to go after the guaranteed hit here.
Return to your god.
Ooh, and he managed to stay in stealth, too. Alright, let's get shotgun into position and drop a grenade on these guys. Oh, wait, actually, he might be able to fire off a grenade and then still do something else. Does he have... There it is, okay. He has the salvo perk. That means he can use his first action to launch explosives without ending his turn. I know he's got line of sight to these 2 in the corner, but the blaster bomb doesn't need line of sight, so I can actually use his first attack to take out someone else, then use his second action to take out those 2 codices. Not too shabby. Took out a trooper and a codex with that shot. Though it did wake up the rest of the pod. Hopefully they'll decide to go after our remote-controlled Andromedan. Now let's go ahead and take out these guys, and then we'll get a chance to see what the enemies do.
Hostiles eliminated.
Oh, does he have another action, or is he glitching out? Oh, that's right. He has a perk that lets him take a free movement action after getting a kill. But I'm actually pretty happy with where he is, so let's just end the turn. Alright, well, there's a psionic bomb. I guess I should have seen that coming. That's definitely annoying, but on the bright side, the Codex killed itself, so we won't have to worry about that thing anymore.
You can never escape my sight.
And it does look like our Andromedan decoy is working. In fact, okay, well, it's working better than I had hoped.
How much longer must I endure your sacrilege? If it is peace you want, I shall gladly oblige. Come forward, XCOM, and yield to my embrace. I shall grant you merciful slumber.
Oh, no, Dawnslayer, please keep talking. It's fine. I'll just keep killing your men while you're busy yammering.
We deny our creators. I need ammunition.
Just one more enemy on the field, but for some reason it looks like the Andromedan's melee attack has been disabled. I mean, I guess that could be the result of the psionic bomb, but that doesn't normally affect melee attacks. I guess I could still... Oh, okay, well, I moved him one space. I did not actually mean to do that. Our biggest priority here is to get our guys out of the blast radius of this psionic bomb before it goes off. But unfortunately, there's not enough cover around for us to be able to do that and still reload our guns. Well, maybe we can take out that mech this turn, then we won't have to worry about hugging cover. Let's go ahead and bring Gilraen up. Fortunately, he can shred armor with his attacks.
I am on the move. I didn't get through to the meat.
Though that did cost him his stealth. Now I can push Phoenix up to occupy the cover that Gilraen was using, though... Is that outside the blast radius? It looks pretty close. I guess we'll take our chances.
Heading out. I'm ready.
And I'm not really sure what to do with the rest of these guys. I just don't see any place to reasonably move them where they'll also be able to reload. So I guess for now let's just go ahead and sprint clear.
Running. Finally. Ready to rock.
And since we can't attack with the Andromedan, let's just have it run right up to the mech instead. If we're lucky, the mech will go after it again. Oh, hey!
Energy signature directly ahead. This appears to be an alien transport device of some kind.
Understood. Looks like we found our way out of here.
Alright, well, that's exactly what we're looking for. Let's get this mech out of our way, and we can move on to the next stage.
Went off the armor. Heavy damage.
And still you defy us. We who have held this world together for years. Would that the elders did not need your race, I would have ended existence long ago.
Well, we weren't entirely lucky. The mech did go after some of our guys, but fortunately it really didn't do much damage. What's more, we really shouldn't have any trouble finishing these guys off now. Then we can reload our guns, regroup, and push up to the gateway.
The light has left them. I require ammunition.
Let's do this. Who's keeping score?
Of course, I guess there's always the chance there could be another pod roaming around here somewhere, so let's not drop our guard just yet.
Now. I'm on it. Got it covered. On my way. Ready to go. Affirmative. Covering now.
Only now is there hope. Your actions today force the Elder's hands. They can no longer afford patience. Soon, very soon, this world shall be mine.
That's nice. I'm sure you'll make the Elders very proud.
Roger that. Location confirmed. Location confirmed. Reloading. Moving to Overwatch.
Okay, let's push Gilraen up and see if there are any more hostiles around the
Moving as
gate.
ordered.
Looks clear, so let's get the rest of the squad in here.
Move, move, move!
Things did get a little dicey here and there, but overall I think the first leg of this mission went pretty well.
Go, go,
We had
go.
to use a couple of explosives and we took a few minor injuries, but overall I think we're in pretty good shape to take on the Dawnslayer.
A 10 batal.
Overwatch. On your order.
A great distance.
Affirmative. Absolutely. Let's do this. My life is in your hands.
Well, this is it. Good luck, guys.
Well done, Menace 1-5. See you on the other side.